June 18th, 7:49 p.m. 2023, June 18th. I want to show people here something. I got the newspaper after the shooting outside my window from a machine that was here. They've redone the building, but from right here is where I got the newspaper. None of this high-rise stuff used to be here. Back there in the background is quite literally where I lived. I'm going to show you where the plumbing ninjas showed up and where I lived. But the point is, the plumbing ninjas easily, and you know, if they had been serious about doing their shit, they would have parked back in here because they wouldn't have been exposed. So I want to show you something. That's the window I lived at. That's where the shooting happened, right here. This is Love Overboard, pet kennel and grooming. That's the same business it was 30 years ago. That right there is where the kid who got shot was. And the shooter was right in front of him, and then a whole bunch of kids behind him. This here, from where my backpack is my window. You get it? That was my window. Here's the staircase I came down the night of the plumbing ninjas. Take a look. Take a look at how easily, this is where the van parked for the plumbing ninjas, right here in this motherfucking parking space. So if they've lied about it, ask yourself, how easy would it be for me to get away and run back here? I would have been gone in a split second. Nobody came to the door. Nobody flashed a badge. Now I'm going to show you where the plumbing ninjas showed up. First they showed up there. They all piled out, ran across the street. Then the van parked here, directly outside of my window. Now I'm going to show you where the drug dealers were. What I'm going to do is show you, hang on. What I'm going to do is show you that it makes no sense that law enforcement pulled up here outside my window, and it makes no sense that they pulled up all the way here, because although it was like 4 in the morning, they were still exposed out in the open, and they had to go across this street here. Take a look. This here is the parking space they literally parked in, the handicap parking spot. They slammed the door really loud, real secretive, real stealthy ninjas, and that's my window there. The drug dealer's house was back here. So they're open and exposed. If they had parked back here, they could have just gone quietly through the back to the drug dealers, which they never did. And none of this shit used to be here. This was not here. A small moms and pa's gas station used to be there. So that used to be a used bookstore. It's now a bike shop. And back here is where the drug dealers were. That right there, the top of that building in the background, is the building I lived in. The plumbing ninjas parked down there. They're totally out, exposed and out in the open. So that's where the drug dealers used to live. And if you do the math, instead what they did is they parked right there, open and exposed, and then ran all the way down here to the drug dealers. That's what they did. And again, that's where the van parked after the ninjas pulled out. That is my window, and that is the motherfucking exact parking space. You got it? That right there is where they initially parked and the plumbing ninjas poured out. So here I am next to where the plumbing ninjas parked. Take a look. This building didn't used to be here. This was a small mom and pa's gas station. I don't even know if it was a gas station, convenience store. I think maybe they had like one pump or something. But the point is, this was all open and exposed. So they parked where they're open and exposed, ran across all the street out in the open, instead of going back here. Now I'm going to show you back here. Now this is where I got the newspaper the next day. Said nobody called for more than 10 minutes. There's always been a street here for cars to come out. The reason why I say that is because there was parking back there for the plumbing ninjas. And they didn't go back there and then just go back behind, sneak through the back to the drug dealers, which would have been a piece of cake, by the way. No visibility at all that way. So this building itself has always been here. This is new. This is all new, but before this was trees and shit. They could have just parked back here, gone right to the back to the drug dealers. They didn't do it. Here's where I got the motherfucking newspaper the next day. Said it, nobody called for more than 10 minutes. I called the first 10 seconds. Right here, right out here is where I got the newspaper. And again, right back there is where they parked right around the corner of that chicken business in that building right there. That is where I lived. I lived down at that end at the time, and I also lived in that exact window. So they wore ski masks for stealth, yet slammed the door, park out in the open, run all the way across out in the open, park outside my window instead of coming back here and just taking the back route through the trees and shit to the drug dealers. Imagine that one. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, my blood is boiling in regards to all of this, and because of the current circumstances. The FBI, they should have freed me. They had done that. I'm so angry I've got to do all this shit now and take them to court. Doesn't matter, still going after Dawn and everything, but now it's also going into a courtroom with the FBI. They held me in by misusing technology when I've been here for 2 days, been back for 2 days, and they have no intentions of freeing me. Furthermore, they had left the hernia and all of the physical damage on me, which is also one more tell. What I'm doing now is putting up flyers, and I'm going to put one up on here. And that's what I've been doing. Started back down there. There's an ambulance station quite literally just past where that car is. Couple of hundred meters. So take a look at the distance for an ambulance to show up. It took more than 10 minutes. I called in the first 10 seconds. Literally, there was an ambulance station right down there. That's about 400 meters away, no? At the most. So that's it for this video.